Have you ever grown watermelon vines that looked healthy but produced tiny fruits? Or maybe you harvested a watermelon that looked perfect on the outside, only to discover it was bland and disappointing inside. If so, you're not alone. The surprising truth is that most gardeners don't fail because they chose the wrong watermelon variety. They fail because they make critical mistakes before the plants even begin growing. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why most people plant watermelons wrong and what you should do instead if you want bigger, sweeter, and healthier watermelons. Let's dig in. One of the biggest mistakes gardeners make is treating watermelons like ordinary garden vegetables. Many people plant them the same way they plant tomatoes, beans, peppers, or cucumbers. They dig a small hole, drop in a seed or transplant, water it, and hope for the best. The problem is that watermelons aren't ordinary garden plants. These are vigorous vines with massive root systems and huge nutrient demands. If the soil isn't prepared properly, the plants will struggle from day one. And that's where most watermelon problems begin. The first thing you should focus on is not the seed. It's the soil. At the Soil Science Garden, we always say that healthy plants start with healthy soil, and watermelons prove this better than almost any crop. Watermelon roots need loose, fertile, well-draining soil. If your soil is compacted, roots can't spread properly, which limits growth and fruit production. Before planting, loosen the soil deeply, at least 12 to 18 inches if possible. This creates a welcoming environment where roots can expand freely and access nutrients throughout the growing season. Next, add plenty of compost. Compost does much more than feed plants. It improves soil structure, boosts microbial activity, increases moisture retention, and creates a healthier underground ecosystem. Many gardeners spend hours choosing the perfect watermelon variety but only minutes preparing the soil. The truth is that great soil often matters more than the variety you plant. Now here's another mistake that holds many gardeners back. Planting on flat ground. Most people simply sow seeds directly into level soil. Instead, try planting on raised mounds. This simple technique can make a huge difference. A mound about 1 foot high helps the soil warm faster in spring, improves drainage, and concentrates nutrients around the root zone. Remember, watermelon roots hate sitting in soggy soil. Poor drainage can lead to weak growth, disease problems, and reduced harvests. Raised hills solve many of these issues naturally. Another common mistake is planting too early. I know it's tempting. The weather starts warming up, garden centers are full of seedlings, and you're eager to get growing. But watermelons absolutely hate cold soil. Even if seeds germinate, cool conditions slow growth dramatically. A weak start often means weaker plants for the rest of the season. Instead, wait until soil temperatures reach at least 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius. The warmer the soil, the faster your seedlings establish themselves. And here's something many gardeners underestimate: space. Some varieties can spread 6, 8, or even 12 feet across the garden. When plants are crowded together, they compete for sunlight, nutrients, moisture, and airflow. This competition limits fruit size and increases disease pressure. Rather than squeezing in more plants, focus on growing fewer plants exceptionally well. One healthy watermelon vine can produce an impressive harvest when given enough space. Now let's talk about what happens underground after planting. The first few weeks are all about root development. Most gardeners pay attention to what's happening above the soil, but experienced growers know the real action happens below the surface. Strong roots create strong plants. That's why deep watering is so important. Instead of watering lightly every day, water deeply and less frequently. This encourages roots to grow downward in search of moisture. Shallow watering creates shallow roots. Deep watering creates resilient plants capable of supporting large fruits later in the season. Think of it like building the foundation of a house. The stronger the foundation, the stronger everything built on top of it. And that's exactly what we're doing with our watermelon plants. In part 2, we're going to cover some of the most overlooked secrets that separate average watermelon harvests from truly spectacular ones. We'll talk about overwatering, pollination, fruit sizing, sunlight, and the harvest timing mistakes that can ruin months of hard work. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Because sometimes the difference between a mediocre watermelon and an amazing watermelon comes down to just a few simple adjustments. And I'll show you exactly what they are. In the first part, we uncovered some of the biggest mistakes people make when planting watermelons. We talked about soil preparation, planting mounds, spacing, timing, and root development. But today we're diving into the secrets that often determine whether your harvest is average or absolutely incredible. And we're starting with a mistake that almost everyone makes. Overwatering. This one surprises a lot of gardeners. People assume that because watermelons contain so much water, they must need constant watering. Not true. While watermelon plants do need consistent moisture, they don't like waterlogged conditions. In fact, too much water can actually reduce sweetness. Excess moisture limits oxygen around the roots and can encourage disease problems. Even worse, it can dilute the sugars developing inside the fruit. That's why experienced growers focus on deep, consistent watering during growth and gradually reduce watering as fruits approach maturity. This simple adjustment often leads to noticeably sweeter watermelons. Now let's talk about something happening beneath the soil that most gardeners never think about. Soil biology. Many gardeners immediately reach for fertilizer whenever they see slow growth. But healthy soil isn't just about nutrients. It's about life. Compost, worm castings, aged manure, and organic matter help support billions of beneficial microorganisms. These microbes break down organic materials and make nutrients available to plants over time. Think of them as an underground workforce constantly improving your soil. The healthier this underground ecosystem becomes, the healthier your watermelon plants become. And speaking of healthy soil, there's one tool every watermelon grower should be using. Mulch. Mulch may not seem exciting, but it can dramatically improve your harvest. A good layer of straw, dried grass clippings, shredded leaves, or compost helps conserve moisture, regulate soil temperature, suppress weeds, and protect soil life. Without mulch, the soil experiences greater temperature swings and dries out much faster. With mulch, your plants enjoy a more stable environment throughout the growing season. It's one of the simplest upgrades you can make. Now let's move above ground. Because even perfectly healthy plants can fail to produce good fruit if pollination isn't happening properly. This is one of the most overlooked watermelon secrets. Watermelon plants produce male and female flowers. For fruits to develop correctly, pollen must move from male flowers to female flowers. That job is usually done by bees and other pollinators. When pollinator activity is low, fruits may develop poorly, become misshapen, or fail altogether. The solution? Create a pollinator-friendly garden. Plant flowers nearby. Avoid unnecessary pesticide use. Encourage bees to visit your growing area. The more pollinators working in your garden, the better your watermelon harvest will be. Now here's a tip that often surprises gardeners. Sometimes fewer watermelons produce better results. I know that sounds backwards. Most people get excited every time a new fruit appears. But every watermelon requires energy. If a vine is trying to support too many fruits at once, those resources get divided. The result is often smaller fruits with reduced quality. Many experienced growers remove excess fruits and allow the plant to focus its energy on fewer watermelons. This often leads to larger, sweeter, more impressive harvests. Quality over quantity. And then there's sunlight. Watermelons are solar-powered sugar factories. The more sunlight they receive, the more energy they can produce. That energy gets converted into growth, fruit development, and sweetness. If your watermelon patch receives partial shade, you're already limiting its potential. For best results, choose a location that receives at least 8 to 10 hours of direct sunlight daily. Sunlight is one factor you simply can't compensate for later. Finally, let's discuss the harvest mistake that ruins countless watermelons every year. Picking too early. After months of waiting, many gardeners become impatient. They harvest based on fruit size alone. Unfortunately, size doesn't always indicate ripeness. Instead, watch for several clues. Look at the curly tendril closest to the fruit. When it turns brown and dries up, ripening is usually underway. Check the underside of the watermelon. It should change from pale white to a creamy yellow color. The surface of the fruit often becomes duller rather than shiny. When these signs appear together, harvest time is likely near. Learning to recognize these signals can make a dramatic difference in flavor. So what's the biggest lesson from all of this? Growing exceptional watermelons isn't about luck. It's about creating the right conditions. Healthy soil. Strong roots. Proper watering. Good pollination. Plenty of sunlight. And smart harvest timing. When these pieces come together, the results can be remarkable. You'll grow larger fruits, sweeter fruits, and healthier plants with fewer problems along the way. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the Soil Science Garden. We share practical soil-smart gardening techniques designed to help you grow healthier plants and bigger harvests naturally. And if you found today's tips useful, share this video with another gardener who wants to grow better watermelons this season. Until next time, keep growing from the ground up.